Normally I have a sense of humor, but right now I'm just pissed. And part of the reason why I'm so pissed is because I have come to the conclusion that our mainstream media is basically the propaganda arm of Satan. There's no other way to put it. And in England, there is this epidemic of Muslim men preying on white girls as young as 11. Is that pedophilia? Technically, no. Okay? They seek out young, impressionable English girls to groom for prostitution and sex slavery. These girls have been subjected to brutal rape, even with objects like broken bottles, and they're subjected to gang rape as well. Several media outlets in the UK have covered this problem. And even one British leader from the local area where this is going on especially, but it's all over middle and northern England. I mean, it's freaking everywhere over there. This one guy, they even dared to say that this is a crime perpetuated by these it's an Asian problem. Asian. You know, when I hear the word Asian, I think of like Chinese people. But no, they use the term Asian because they're trying to hide something. Now, have you heard anything about this? These sex grooming rings in America? I mean, most of you probably haven't, unless you pay attention to conservative like blogs, and then they'll talk about it. But for the most part, CNN, NBC, Fox News, no, nothing. And yet the London Times has called this basically the worst sex abuse scandal, I mean, like of their time. Okay? Not the Catholic priests targeting boys, these Marxist homosexuals preying on the boys in the Catholic Church. This is actually worse than that, because there are thousands of white girls who have become victims to Muslim men in England. And this just tops it off, okay? And this is what makes it worse than what was going on in the Catholic Church. I don't even know if worse is the right word, okay? But they were aided and abetted by the local police and the child protection agencies there. Yeah. I'm going to read from the London Times article dated September 24th, 2012. It's titled, Police Files Reveal Vast Child Protection Scandal, and it was written by Andrew Norfolk in the London Times. And according to this article, for more than 10 years, Muslim men, I use the term Muslim, the article says Asian, I don't do that, have been able to, quote, groom, pimp, and traffic girls across the country with virtual impunity. Offenders were identified to police but not prosecuted. The agencies have been reluctant to go after street grooming networks. Oh, I wonder why. The police and child welfare knew about everything and did nothing to stop it. And in some cases, they basically aided and abetted it. For example, in one case, Muslim men, likely from Pakistan, okay? And you'll see as I keep reading why I came up with the Pakistan thing, okay? They began sexually abusing a 12-year-old girl. And how did the Rotherham's the place where this is going on, social services handle it? They decided to engage the girl through education by offering Urdu and Punjabi language lessons. Oh, that's great. Now the girl can understand when the men call her a slut and a whore in Urdu. Great. Now, do you want to know why they have been reluctant to go after these grooming networks and why they haven't said a damn thing about it? And the London Times had to break this story. In a confidential 2010 report for the Rotherham Safeguarding Children Board, I mean, you can't even make this up. They call themselves the Safeguarding Children Board. They don't safeguard children. They safeguard Muslims. They don't give a shit about English children. Anyway, according to this confidential 2010 report, it was noted that such crimes had cultural characteristics which are locally sensitive in terms of diversity. I swear, every time I hear that word diversity now, I basically just want to put my fist through the wall. And here is a quote from this report. There are sensitivities of ethnicity with potential to endanger the harmony of community relationships. Great care will be taken in drafting this report to ensure that its findings embrace Rotherham's qualities of diversity. It is imperative that suggestions of a wider cultural phenomenon are avoided. Yeah. Do you get that, Englishmen? Did you get that? Your governments care more about diversity than the bodies and the souls of little English girls. They didn't want you to know about the fact that the sex slavery of white Christian girls is a Muslim thing. I mean, God forbid you pick up a history book and connect the dots. They don't want that. Well, now it's in your face, okay? You have hordes of Mohammedans basically upon your shores. And they're taking that jizya, that tax, okay, in the form of social welfare. You are paying the Muslims to live in your land. And they're basically making concubines and sex slaves of your girls. Who needs the Barbary pirates anymore? I mean, hell, English will just welcome you onto their land. Now, Englishmen, you got a few groups there that have their heads on straight, like the BNP and the EDL, okay? Listen to them. They actually have pears between their legs. These government employees of the Rotherham Safeguarding Children Board and all these other people, police, okay, they have been complicit in the sexual predation of your English girls. These people are traitors. They must be, all of them, any one of them that knew and just stayed quiet, stayed employed there, any of them, remove them from their positions completely. They should not be in any kind of position of authority, of public service. They shouldn't even be near children. These people are insane and dangerous to society. They should be put on public trial. They should be convicted for treason, for aiding and abetting foreigners in targeting and terrorizing and enslaving English girls. And then you line them up and before a firing squad and you shoot them until they are dead. That's what you do. If you Englishmen do not stand up in the face of such a vile and widespread evil, then your nation, it is truly a dead island. And it's inhabited by zombies and by filth. I hope and pray that the English are not zombies.